This is the Shine On You Crazy Daisy podcast, and I'm your host, Trudy Simmons from the Daisy Chain Group, providing platforms and opportunities for businesswomen to be seen and heard. This platform is for the women entrepreneurs that want to hear the real stories of what it takes to be yourself and run a business with all the different hats that you might have to wear. Come and join the Shine On You Crazy Daisy membership, offering online networking, co-working, collaboration and monthly masterclasses for you to grow your knowledge. Go to thedaisychaingroup.com for more information. These are the platforms to hear and share the stories of the tenacious, the rebellious, and the resilient women that are working towards the future that they build for themselves and their families. Hello and welcome to the Shine On You Crazy Daisy podcast. I am your host, Trudy Simmons, and today I am thrilled and excited to introduce you to Lana O'Brien, an independent consultant with Arbonne. Lana, thank you so much for being involved in the book and the podcast. Please tell us about your business.
Yes, hi everybody, I'm Lana. So yes, I'm an independent consultant with the network marketing company Arbonne International. I'm also a Zumba teacher, so a Zumba instructor, and have been for the last nearly 12 years. So yeah, that's me.
I loved reading your chapter because it's a lot about movement. How has being in the dancing world set you up for being your own boss?
Oh my God. So obviously being a dancer, like professional dancer as well, like from little right to adulthood, you were continuously promoting yourself. Like you were always, without realizing, your own boss. You know, it's you getting yourself to class, it's you getting yourself to the audition, it's you keeping your body in shape and constantly picking yourself up and putting yourself out there. So it literally is all the tools that you needed, because it was just massively self-promoting yourself in an industry that you loved. So being your own boss, no one was telling you what to do. You just had to put yourself out there off of your own back. So that's why all of those skills, and especially a lot of the rejection, which is huge in the dance world. Like, you could be in an audition with 500 girls, they're looking for two, and you get that one moment to audition, like, and then they go cut next. And so that bounce back ability that you have to have as a dancer just propelled you into being your own boss, because obviously in business, that's what a lot of it's about, isn't it? It's rejection and redirection and stuff. So it just went hand in hand. A lot of discipline is what I'm trying to say, like a lot of self-discipline that has to come with being a dancer if you want to make it as a professional dancer and singer. Just ties you over so well with being your own boss, because ultimately being your own boss is that, isn't it?
I love the word discipline for the right reason. It was my word of the year last year, because when you have that ability to have discipline for yourself and your business, it changes the way that you look at things. It makes it a much more solid way of approaching something. And when I would think definitely when you're in a dancing arena of trying to get through auditions, that discipline that you must display is absolutely necessary in business as well.
It's huge. Yeah, and exactly, they just mirror each other. So that's why I think so many dancers, like I'm 40 now, and I finished performing when I was like 29. I have friends still performing in the West End, and I have many friends obviously who stopped around their late 20s. But so many of us naturally moved into something entrepreneurial, where we are our own bosses, all of us actually, because that's what we're used to.
Yeah.
So we just, diverse into something, whatever it was, all the different business that we do, they're all led by ourselves, like by the self-discipline from a very young age.
Like it.
Yeah.
How do you find and keep your belief in yourself and what you are doing?
So for me, obviously being in network marketing and being a brand ambassador for a huge brand in network marketing, the belief in that was very important. So I think you have to have a belief in the industry that you're in. Whatever it is, whatever you're a boss in, whatever industry you're in, you have to have a massive belief for that industry. You have to have a massive belief for, let's say, if you're using a product, like what you're using. And then, of course, the last kind of thing is a massive belief in yourself. And I think that all comes from educating yourself on that industry, whether it's the fashion or the health and wellness or whatever industry, educating yourself on that. Educating yourself on whatever product it is that you're using or selling, and then on yourself, it's just like literally it all comes back to personal development. Start to pick up the books, and that's how you keep the belief in yourself, because you learn so much about you know, with reading and podcasts and audios, and I know you're going to talk about that, but you know, personal development, but belief comes all from here, you know, and that actually happens when you start to open up the books, go, wow, I didn't know that's how my brain worked, or I didn't know that's how, you know, how I react to things is how I can focus on my own belief being strong. Do you know what I mean? Like really having a strong self-belief. Again, self-belief is so strong. But yeah, in the industry or in a business, I believe it's my phone's pinging. I believe it's having a real strong core belief on the industry that you're in. That's a big one.
I think that self-belief as a subject isn't spoken about enough, because we are all very quick to say, I don't have self-belief, or I find self-belief hard, or I don't know how I have it, but I have it, or I absolutely believe in everything that I do. But that subject of self-belief is a very hard one to nail down, to be able to teach it, to talk about it, to say how some people have it and some people don't. And I think that you have definitely,
do you know what
it comes through in the chapter, you have definitely learned it, taught yourself it, relearned it through the different stages of your life, and it's built on it rather than it being taken down.
I find it so sad when people don't believe in themselves. I've always been, you know, like, if you don't believe in yourself, then like you have, you know, you're fighting against everyone else and yourself. Like you had, like I'll always say, I think I said it in the chapter, like you are your own superpower. You know, and I really believe that. Like it's so sad when people don't. And I think you can just start, even if it's, and that comes full circle with personal development, but even small things like affirmations and a gratitude list and things like that. It's all inner work that eventually becomes outer work, which gives you massive self-belief when you really start working on yourself.
But even waking up and saying, I'm brilliant, I do it every day.
Yes. I know people that don't know about it are like, are you nuts? I'm like, no, really, it works. Just try it.
It does. A couple of weeks ago, I woke up in the morning, and I wake up with the joys of spring every single day. I'm very annoying in the mornings. So I woke up and jumped out of bed and like did a stance, you know, like a dancing stance. And I wanted somebody to say, I wanted my partner to say 10 out of 10, or apparently it's 9 or 9.5, whatever. But he just didn't get it. I really wanted to be told at that point at 5:25 in the morning, that was the best landing you've done. Ta-da! That's how I wake up, Lana. It's annoying. You found personal development to get you through the last few years. Why was it important for you to learn and to have these people around you?
But to be honest, for me, my personal development journey started probably about 12 years ago when I was introduced to Arbonne as a brand. I'd never really picked up a personal development book or a self-help book, as they were kind of known. And then what I found, as obviously as the last few years have gone on, it's been more important than ever. And like the boom of podcasts and audios just proves that. Like, you know, the wellness world and the mindset world is huge. But like with Zoom and stuff, you know, like for us using this, I mean, we've had fun getting on here technically, but the need for community in the last few years and for these tools to have in your box, like we're saying, well, have you ever tried affirmations? Or the most simplest thing, have you ever tried a gratitude list? I've been doing that for years. For years, I've been doing that. So it amazes me when I meet people right now that still never heard of that. So the need for it is bigger than ever. Obviously, the world shifted dramatically a few years ago, but what I think is personal development will only propel on such a bigger scale. We're not even ready for what's coming with personal development. You know, it's so important to have.
I've come because I was in Australia for 17 years and came back here 5 years ago now. So I had been around all of these people in the personal development world for a very long time, since I had my business, which is 12, 13 years. And coming to the UK 5 years ago, I was literally reaching out to find people that knew anything about personal development, because it was still so new over here. And I found that fascinating.
It still is.
Yes.
We're very, very different in Brits, you know, and we're only just now starting to open the doors to being open to things like affirmations, gratitude, the law of attraction and stuff like that, and how you can, anything you think about, how you react to things as well. You are in control of it if you know this. And they're not even hard tools. They're just the way you respond to things, you know?
Yeah.
But you're right. We won't open to that. When I joined Arbonne 12 years ago, and we were thinking about things like the book The Secret and stuff like that, people were like, what is that? Nobody spoke about it, you know? So I find it really exciting how big personal development is propelling. I really do.
Yeah, and there's still so much to learn. And it can only be a good thing.
We literally scratched the surface.
Yes. If there was one lesson that you've learned that you want every entrepreneur to know, what would it be?
Oh, it would be me and my friends in our business have a saying of hold the vision, trust the process. So you have to hold the vision for where it is you see your business in the next year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, but you have to trust the process to get there. So many, my biggest tip for any entrepreneur is you have to have that patience. Doing the do is key, but just hold the vision, because they just get to like a year in and go, it's not working. I'm like, no, what can happen in a year, but then what could propel in 5 years will blow your own mind. So just hold that vision and trust the process.
Trust the process, absolutely. And what's your favorite business book?
So I've actually spoken about it before, but it's called The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod, and it's everything we've just spoken about with personal development. So it's a very famous book. He's got lots of different versions. The original is The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod, and it talks about, like you just said, doing your stance in the morning, waking up and just setting your day right. So doing affirmations, gratitude, meditation, another huge thing, meditation, even 5 minutes, sticking on a YouTube of meditation will just mindset. Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. Can't recommend it enough, if I'm honest. Really
it does change the way that you approach things.
100%. Especially if you have children, you know.
Yeah, go on.
You know, if you can get that little minute before the kids are awake, you know, especially as a mum, like, and now in the summer holidays, like if you can still carve out even a 10 or 15 minute window before the rest of the house are awake and just do that for you, you're a much calmer parent. And you know, just respond to things differently. It's really it's an amazing tool to do.
And breathe deep. Lana, thank you so much for being involved in the podcast and the book, and I can't wait to get your story out there.
Thank you for having me. It's been wonderful. I'd love to see all the different people as well that you've got on this book and all your other books as well. It's been amazing to watch.
Thank you. Thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, please like the video and click the subscribe button for this channel for more inspiration. If you're a businesswoman looking for that community that will support you and lift you up, come and join the Shine On You Crazy Daisy membership, offering online networking, co-working, collaboration, and monthly masterclasses to grow your knowledge. Go to thedaisychaingroup.com for more information. And for even more inspiration, please go to the link under the video and get your copy of the Shine On You Crazy Daisy series of books with inspirational and motivating stories from businesswomen around the world.